What's good, man? Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Vikings, man. The Minnesota Vikings are number one in their division. The same Vikings are in the division with the Lions, who were in the NFC Championship last year, with the Packers, who were in the Division Championship last year. The Lions are number one, which, I give them credit. I'm not knocking the Lions. I'm not knocking anybody, you know what I'm saying? But listen, man, it is beyond shocking to me how good the Vikings are. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the loss of Kirk Cousins. They had so many injuries in the offseason. So it is beyond me how they're number one in that division. But once again, I want to say this. Now, before I do that, I want to give a shout out to my boy Val. You know what I'm saying? He's not a Vikings fan, but, he was big on the Vikings. I want to give a shout out to my co-host, the Dwayne Wade, to my LeBron, the Scottie Pippen to my Jordan, on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, the best sports podcast on YouTube, CEO. And I want to give a shout out to my uncle, my cousin, who are big Vikings fans, even though they weren't really high on the season this year. But, my boy Val and CEO have been very high on. Well, matter of fact, let's show him right now. Let's get him on the screen right now. They're very high on Kevin O'Connell, who, I give him credit. I mean, I really didn't think of I didn't think he was a bad coach or whatever, but I didn't really think anything of him. But Kevin O'Connell, he knows his stuff. I mean, he worked with Kirk Cousins. He's working with Sam Darnold. And hell, he might make J.J. McCarthy look good too if they decide to let go of Sam Darnold and keep McCarthy in there, which they should. They should, because they drafted what's his name, J.J. to be the franchise guy. So I give Kevin O'Connell credit. People have been telling about him, and he's proven his worth now. And I want to also give a shout out to Brian Flores. I mean, whatever you think about him off the field, the whole lawsuit, whatever the case may be, the whole Tua thing, whatever the case may be. I mean, listen, this Vikings defense is stumbling people. It is stumbling people. It stumbled the Niners. It stumbled the Packers. It stumbled the Giants. It stumbled the Texans. Like, they have legit wins. It's not like the Bills, who are 3-0 at one point, and they beat Jacksonville, who's trash, Dolphins, who are fakers, and the Cardinals, who are trash. It's not like, I don't know. I don't even know. But, yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying? They have legit wins against teams who, people at Texans in the Super Bowl conversation, people at the Niners in the Super Bowl conversation, Giants are trash, they're whatever. People had the Packers making the playoffs. So I give Brian Flores credit in himself. And I give Sam Darnold credit too. He revived his career, from the Jets to the Carolina Panthers, to the Niners, to the Vikings. I give him credit. But are we going to put them in the contender spot that quickly? I get it. They're 4-0, and hell, they could be 5-0 by the time. Matter of fact, I'm posting this video before they play the Jets, which, I'm assuming they should win because the Jets don't look that good. But it's in Germany. No, I don't know when it is. Hold on, guys, because I know they play. I think they play Friday. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm checking right now. They play tomorrow. They play tomorrow. No. They play at 9 a.m. They play at 9 a.m. And I'm assuming in Germany somewhere. It's somewhere in Germany. So, I'm assuming they are going to win. I'm assuming. But I'm not fully sold on the Vikings. Now, I'm still not fully sold on their defense. Brian Flores is doing an amazing job, but at some point, teams are going to figure them out. Sam Darnold is cooking right now, but at the same time, it's still Sam Darnold. Kevin O'Connell is a good head coach, but at some point, stuff's going to happen. I'm just not sold on the Vikings. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? I still think the Lions. I still have hope in the Packers. Hell, if the Bears pick it up, I still have them still being high in that division than the Vikings. I'm just not really sold on the Vikings. And this is no shot at Vikings fans. This is no shot at Kevin O'Connell specifically, because I give credit more to Kevin O'Connell than Sam Darnold, because I think Kevin O'Connell, he made Kirk Cousins look good. He would have made J.J. McCarthy look good if J.J. started, because Kevin O'Connell is a very good coach. I'm just not sold on the Vikings. But I will say is this. If they get the right pieces, I still think they need to fix Vikings fans and anybody who watches the Vikings. Is that offensive line good? Because Sam Darnold's balling, and Sam Darnold wouldn't be able to ball if the Vikings offensive line was horrible. So is that Vikings offensive line good? And Aaron Jones is cooking. Aaron Jones is cooking. I give credit to that. Aaron Jones is cooking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not sold on them. I just don't see them coming out the NFC. If they do, they do. It is what it is. But them coming out the NFC, though, I mean, I get it. They're 5-0, or they're 4-0 right now. Might be 5-0 by the time people see this video, or by the time this video is done. But are they real contenders? I'm not so sure. I'm not sold on it. But that's my thoughts. What are yours? What's your thoughts on the Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores, Sam Darnold, that team, Justin Jefferson, whoever? And do you really think they're contenders, or do you think this is just a September team? They'll come back down to reality pretty soon, because we're starting to get, in October, and that's when the pretenders and the contenders start, showing themselves. RJ out.